If there is a country in the world where the echoes of the past reverberate in the present with great destructive force, is Pakistan, created as Muslim homeland in 1947. And the story begins when the British set foot on the subcontinent in the early 1600s in an apparent search of trade market to grow their economy. But their imperial designs soon took the lead role in their dealings in that region, eventually leading all the British Raj over the subcontinent by the year 1858. Pakistan today celebrates 73rd Independence Day. It was not made by overnight, but after a long and continuous struggle that was originally started with the movement of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. That movement was to ensure that the Muslims did not lag behind the Hindus in the field of education. The movement was successful and schools and colleges were opened across the subcontinent for the Muslims. In 1906, it was staunch member of Sir Syed's movement who made Muslim League. The educated Muslims were the force behind the freedom struggle. Early Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined the struggle under the banner of Congress Party. He was called the ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity. Later, he left Congress and seeing that it was dominated by Hindus and the voice of the Muslims was not properly heard in that party, he disassociated from that politics of the India and went to England. Muslim leaders realized the importance of Jinnah as a good politician. They urged him to come back. He came back and united the Muslims. He realized that it would not be possible for Muslims to live in united India as they would be dominated by Hindus all the time. Muslim leaders realized that it is necessary to have a separate homeland. So their struggle starts. First roundtable conference opened in London on November 12, 1930. All parties were except Congress, whose leaders were in jail due to the civil disobedience movement. Then after that, second roundtable conference was held in September in 1931. The main task of the conference was to done through the two committees on federal structure and minorities. The third session began on November 17, 1932. The recommendation of the roundtable conference was embedded in a white paper. After the failure of third roundtable conference, the British government gave the Joint Select Committee the task of formulating the new Act of India. Both the Indian National Congress and the Muslim League opposed the act, but participated in the provisional election of winter 1936 and 37, conducted under the stipulation of that act. The history of subcontinent representing the Muslim League, an organization, showed the Muslim had always tried to secure the interest of Muslims by bringing change in its creed. The Muslim League up to 1937 had been demanding such safeguard as federal form of government with maximum provisional autonomy. 23rd March 1940, a resolution passed in which Quaid-e-Azam talked about the rights of Muslims, and he declared, "The problem of India is not an intercommunal nature, but manifestly an international one and must be treated as such." He said, "The Hindus and Muslims belong to two different religions and distinct nations, and therefore the only chance open is to allow them to have a separate state." Gandhi comments on resolution of Pakistan that it is morally wrong and a sin to which India would never be a party. After a long struggle of Muslim leaders, Muslims became able to get a separate state. August 1947. The British acquiring India nearly 200 years after took the power. One of the largest ethnically diverse nations in the world has been divided. One country will now become India and Pakistan. British barrister draws line on a map, and a peaceful and implored people are forced out of the villages they have lived in for generations. 15 million scrambled to be the right side of the new border. At least 1 million died in that process. A huge mass of humanity is moving along barefooted, no food, thirsty, with a terrible sight. Jinnah became Quaid-e-Azam, the greatest leader, as people loving called him. Qaid's speech to the Constituent Assembly showed what kind of Pakistan he had envisioned. You are free. You are free to go to your temples. You are free to go to your mosque or to any other places of worship in the state of Pakistan.